Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to yourgeylangserai Virtual CC. My name is Pam, and I will be leading you in a session of Yoga Flow today. Okay, so before we get started, props are good to have. So if you could stand by 2 yoga blocks. If you don't have them at home, you can always replace them with thick books or maybe 2 water bottles of roughly the same height. And a towel will also be great to cushion your knees with when we're doing kneeling poses, and also to help you either in forward folds or maybe binds if your shoulders are a little bit tighter. Okay, so get ready your props and let's get started. Okay, so just finding a comfortable seat on the mat. If you wish, you could also sit on a block like what I'm doing right now. Placing your palms on your knees, either facing upwards or down. Roll your shoulders back away from your ears and softly close your eyes. Just giving your body a few moments to settle in. Begin to center yourself by turning your awareness inwards. As you keep the space between your eyebrows soft and your jaw relaxed, start to just notice your breath moving in and out through your nose. Notice how your belly expands and your chest rises as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, your belly deflates and your chest softens. So just keeping your breath smooth and gentle. And if you can, just practice same count breathing. So maybe 5 or 6 seconds to inhale. And same amount of time to exhale. Nice, now a couple more rounds here with eyes still closed. Nice, now on your next inhalation, blink open your eyes very gently. Nice. Okay, so for today's class, we will be working on a full spectrum flow. So it'll be a little bit of everything, twisting, forward folds, back bends. Just remember to pace yourself in the coming 45 minutes. Okay? Nice. Now from here, walking the right hand out towards your right side. Can you stretch your left arm overhead? So reaching through your left fingertips, start to lengthen the left side of your body. Nice, now roll left armpit back, right shoulder squaring forward. Okay, you can start to bend your right elbow. Some of you might be able to lower your right forearm down to the mat completely. Okay, so if you're sitting on a block, it might be harder, so just stay wherever suits you. Don't have to force. Okay, so left hip down, lengthen, stretch up, maybe looking upwards, look forwards or look down. Inhale, come back up to center. Switch sides. Okay, so walking the left hand out to your left now. Reach your right arm overhead. So reaching the fingertips towards the side. Nice. Soften that left shoulder away from your left ear. Keep your right hip down. Okay, so and find length, right side of your body. Inhale, come back up to center. From here, place your right hand on your left knee. It could be left knee, it could be your left thigh. Left fingers on the mat behind your back. Okay, take an inhale as you lengthen, sit up taller. Exhale, gently twist from your navel upwards. Now as you're twisting towards your left, think about pressing your right hand to your left thigh lightly as your left thigh resists this. Okay, perhaps looking past your left shoulder. Release your twist, look forward. Slowly, other side. Okay, so left hand over right knee or right thigh. Right fingers on the mat behind your back. Okay, take an inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, gently twist from navel upwards. Okay, so left hand is pressing into right leg resisting this. As you're twisting, remember you're keeping your ribs in, belly in. And as I release your twist, look to the front. Okay, from here, cactus your hands. Can you now cross your right arm on top of your left? Okay, so option 1, perhaps take a single bind. So you're just going to be pressing the back of your hands together. Option 2, to take a double bind with your palms facing out. Wrap your wrists around each other. Okay, so notice this is different from turning your palms in to touch. Okay, so keep palms facing out. Wrap your wrists around each other. Gently start to lift your elbows, perhaps to shoulder height, keeping the hands away from your face as you draw the shoulders away from your ears. Nice. Now start to tilt the forearms down towards your right side. Okay, so it's not going to be a big movement. As you tilt the forearms down to your right, left shoulder will want to lift. Can you keep that left shoulder even with your right? Keeping the right hand towards the right side, or keeping your arms towards the right side, lower your head down gently to your left shoulder. Okay, so stretching out the right side of your neck. Inhale back to center. Uncross your hands. Other side. Crossing left hand on top of right. Again, option 1, perhaps press the back of your hands together. 2, take a double bind. Lifting elbows up slightly with hands away from your face. Okay, and shoulders down. Nice. Now start to tilt the forearms down towards your left. Okay, stay. Nice, and just gently lower your right ear to your right shoulder. Okay, so shoulders are still even. Again, it's not a big movement. Nice, now come back to center. Release your hands. Come into on all fours. Okay, so if you're sitting on block, just place it to the side. Come into your hands and knees now. Okay, so stacking the shoulders on top of your wrists. Knees in line with your hips. Yeah, if you need to, please pat your knees with a towel. With your index fingers pointing forward. Cat and cow, just 4 rounds. Okay, on your next inhale, tilt your tailbone upwards. Arch your back. Draw the shoulder blades closer together. Broaden through your collarbones and look forward or up. Now on your exhale, tailbone lengthens down, round your back. Spread the shoulder blades away from each other as you bring the chin to your chest. Okay, so think angry cat here. 3 more. Inhale. Tilt your tailbone upwards. Arch your back. Shoulders away from ears. Look forward or up. And on your exhale, round your back. Tailbone lifts. Tailbone lengthens down. Spread the shoulder blades away from each other. 2 more. Inhale into your cow. Again, tailbone lifts. Slowly, again, collarbones broad. And exhale, round your back. Protract. Okay, so think about spreading shoulder blades away. Nice. Now last set. Inhale. Tilt your tailbone upwards. Arch your back. Shoulders away from ears. And on your exhale, round. Press the floor away. Chin to your chest. Slowly coming back to neutral spine. Once you're back in neutral, sit back on your heels for a while, finding child's pose. Okay, so reaching your hands towards the front. Forehead on the floor. Bum to your heels. So anytime you need to rest, please feel free to come into this shape. You don't have to wait for me to cue you into a resting pose. Now from child's pose, roll back up to a tabletop position. From tabletop, let's lie down onto your belly. So you're shifting the chest forward. Slowly lower your body down. As you point your toes back, place your hands on the mat next to your chest. Elbows are pointing backwards. Okay, baby cobra. Shoulders away from ears. Inhale, start to lift. Okay, so just a very low back bend here. Nice. Now think about pressing the feet down into the floor. Pressing the thighs down, chest forward, elbows are hugging in. Nice. Now lower your body back down to the floor. Let's do that once more. Maybe come up into a slightly higher cobra now. Okay, so hands on the mat. Shoulders away from ears. Inhale to lift. Okay, so option 1, you can stay here, baby cobra, second round. Option 2, maybe lift up slightly higher. Okay, so chest forward, elbows in. Nice. Okay, so make sure you're not struggling again. Shoulders back. Micro bend your elbows. Press down through your thighs. From cobra, going to come onto all fours as a transition. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees. Downward facing dog. Okay, so first downward dog for the afternoon. Okay, so with your feet about hip width distance, hand shoulder width. Okay, you can start to move here in any way that you like in down dog. So bending perhaps one knee as you straighten your other. Pressing the heel down into the floor. Okay, you could also be lifting both your heels and lower your heels down to the right. Come back to center and heels to the left. Maybe even shaking and nodding your head like you're saying yes and no. Nice. And those with tighter hamstrings, you want to bend your knees slightly as you lift your heels so you're able to lengthen your spine a little bit longer. Once you're done adjusting in down dog, please find stillness. Nice. Now let's move along from here. Inhale, lifting right leg up now to three-legged dog, straight leg. Okay, on your exhale, curl the right knee forward. Okay, so bring the knee to your face or nose. Gently step your right foot forward to the front. Left knee on the mat, Anjaneyasana. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the ceiling. So if it's hard to stretch your arms up this way, another option could be just resting your palms on your right thigh. So keeping the chest upright, squeeze inner thighs together and descend your hips down and forward. Okay, so getting to the front part of your left thigh, left hip flexor, breathe. Nice. Now from here, hands on the floor, half split. Can you start to straighten your right leg as you shift your hips back? So keeping left thigh vertical, knees below your left hip. Again, if you need, pat your left knee with a towel. If your hands don't touch the mat anymore, you want to grab your blocks, place them on either side of your right leg. Now flexing the front foot, okay, so this flex, spread your toes. When you're ready, inhale and exhale, fold forwards. Okay, so for those who need blocks, again, you can just explore 3 heights to a block. Okay, if you don't need block, your hands will be on the floor, like that. Okay, chest forward, maybe belly to your thigh. Okay, and you're staying here actively. Dig that right heel into the floor like you want to create a dent in the mat. Now inhale, look forward halfway. Pause here. Keep your left hand on the floor just below your left shoulder. Okay, your hand might also be on a block. Twisting on your exhale, can you now reach your right hand up towards the ceiling? Stretch up. Okay, so hips don't shift. We can hug inner thighs. Maybe looking up at your right fingers. Now release your twist. Lower your right hand down to the mat. Now you're going to do a transition. So can you turn your left foot? Okay, so that's your back foot out towards the right side edge of the mat. Walk both your hands towards the left long side edge of the mat now. Okay, so you're going to point your right toes towards the left side edge of the mat, lining up your right foot with your left knee as you still keep your left thigh vertical. Thread the needle, keeping your left palm on the floor. Stretch your right hand up towards the ceiling on your inhale. And exhale, thread your right arm underneath your left. Okay, so if your face can't touch the mat, for whatever reason, you can always place a block underneath your right cheek. Okay, otherwise, right cheek on the floor, stretching your right hand out towards the left side. Nice, take your time, so right shoulder's on the floor as well. Now keeping hips level. Option 1, you can keep your left fingers on the mat close to your face. Option 2, stretch your left hand to the front. Option 3, take your half bind. Okay, so if you're half binding, you're going to wrap your left hand around the back as you hold on to your right thigh if that's accessible. Now spin that left shoulder back. So it's a twist. Nice. Okay, and just think about pressing the floor with your right foot. Can you twist a little bit more towards your left while keeping ribs in, belly in. One more big breath here. If you're in a bind, release your bind by stretching your left hand back up. Lower your left hand down to the floor next to your face. Push yourself back up slowly. Okay, come up halfway here, pause. Bring both hands to your hips now. Push down to your left knee and your right foot. Lift the body upright. Okay, so once you're upright, stretch your arms out to the side. Getting ready for gate pose. You're going to flip your left palm up on your inhale. And exhale, sweep your left arm overhead. Reach it back. Okay, I'm going to say back more towards your right foot direction. Now, option 1, you can stay here. So your right hand is resting lightly on your right leg. Option 2, maybe take an unsupported, like you're holding a huge ball. Okay, so continue. Keep left shoulder back, right armpit forward. Nice. Feel spacious on the left side of your body. Now inhale, come back up to center, body upright. Exhale, left hand on the floor. Okay, so just position your left wrist slightly in front of your left shoulder. Can you now float your right leg? Okay, so modified half moon. Spread your toes. Reach your right hand up. Now option 1, you could stay here. 2, bend your right knee. Reach your right hand back. So if it's hard to catch off the foot this way, you could always bring the knee to your chest first. Reach your right hand back. Once you have the foot, you're going to point your right knee backwards and start to kick your right foot away from your bum. Okay, so kicking the right foot into your palm. Chest is moving towards the right side, foot towards the left. Slowly release, straighten your right leg. Lower your right foot and your right palm down to the mat. Switching the direction of this now. Place both hands on the floor. Can you now step your left leg back to a plank? Okay, did everyone get that? Okay, so plank pose. Shoulders stacking over wrists. Straight legs. Lower your knees down to the floor. Gently lower your whole body all the way down. Okay, so you're not plopping. Point your toes back. Cobra. Like what we did before. Shoulders away from ears. Inhale to lift. Get elbows in. Chest forward. You're gripping the mat with all 10 finger pads and think about dragging your hands back. From Cobra, tuck your toes, lift your knees, downward facing dog. Okay, you're going to stay here for a couple of breaths in down dog. Okay, so as you're moving through the poses today, constantly check in with yourself. Okay, and just know when to move ahead with a pose or move ahead with a variation, when to say yes, try something that might scare you, and even know when to say no, to back off, okay, if you know your ego is leading the way. Let's do the other side. Inhale, lifting left leg up. Three-legged dog, straight leg. Exhale, left knee to forehead or nose, curl the knee in. Step your left foot forward between your palms. Lower your right knee down to the mat. So if you need, please pat your right knee with a towel. Anjaneyasana, lifting your chest up on your inhale. Hey, stay here for a while. You hug inner thighs. Hands can remain on your left thigh or stretch both your arms up towards the ceiling. And so lengthen spine long. Squeeze inner thighs. Descend your hips. From here, lower your fingers down to the floor. Half split. Straighten your left leg. Keeping your right thigh vertical as you square both your hips forward. Both hip bones forward. Flex the front foot. Drive the left heel down to the floor. Okay, on your inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forwards. So tipping forward from your hips. Reaching the chest forward. Maybe belly to your thigh if that's accessible. Inhale, look forward halfway. Pause here. Place your right hand on the mat just below your right shoulder. You got it? Nice. Now exhale, twisting towards your left. Stretch your left hand up. Okay, so squeeze in the thighs. As you twist towards your left, maybe looking up at your left fingers. Release your twist, left hand on the floor. Okay, so you're going to do that transition again to face the side edge of the mat now. Can you turn your right foot towards the left side edge? Okay, so it's like a kickstand now. As you turn your left toes, you're going to walk both your hands towards the long side edge of the mat. Right thigh stays vertical. Lining up your left foot with your right knee. Thread the needle. everyone. Apologies for the technical error. Okay, so we were in high lunge, right? So left foot in front, right leg back, stretch out through your arms. Again, so hips squaring forward, bend into your left knee, lift your right heel. Nice. Again, so keeping the shape of your legs, start to lean forward into a resting warrior. Okay, so hollow the belly. Nice bicep next to yes. Squeeze in the thighs together. You're going to hold here for 3, for 2, and 1. Lower your fingers down to the floor, framing your left foot. Okay, so keep your right hand on the mat, twisting on your exhale towards your left side. Stretch your left hand up. Nice, easy twist. Okay, so get your back heels to up. Maybe come a little bit lighter on your right finger pads if you can. Release your twist, left hand on the floor. Pyramid pose variation. Can you start to straighten left leg? Yeah, so if you need, grab your blocks, place them on either side of your left leg. Can you try to flex your front foot, dig that left toe into the mat. Okay, so hip bones facing forward. Breathe, yeah. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forwards. So folding towards your left toes, keeping spine long, maybe belly to your thigh. Okay, so stretching the back of your left leg. Now inhale, look forward halfway. Rebend your left knee to ground your foot. Slowly, warrior 2. Right foot flat. Again, right foot flat and parallel to the back edge of the mat. Push down through your feet as you rise up. Okay, so I'm just going to turn around. You don't have to move. Okay, so I can see you. Or someone see you. So in your warrior 2 legs again, can you get a nice wide stance? Ankles below your wrists. Stretch out through your arms. Keep that front knee bent to a square. Okay, so just keeping knee and second toe in line. Moving along, reverse your warrior. Flip the left arm up, inhale. And exhale, sweep your left arm overhead. Okay, so right hand is light on your right leg. Stretch through your left fingertips and breathe. Again, option to stay here. To a little bit more challenging, take unsupported. Nice. Now inhale, come back up, warrior 2. Straighten your left leg. Right foot, short step in, heel, toe. So your legs are straight, hips are still facing same side. Start to reach your left hand forward, lengthen, 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 and lower. Hand down to your ankle, your shin. Stretch your right hand up. Option 1, stay here. 2, take this into your half bind. Wrap your right arm around the back and maybe hold on to your left thigh if you can. Okay, so spin that right shoulder back. Keep the left side of your body long. Front leg straight. Again, don't hyperextend. So micro bend that knee. Think about engaging your left thigh muscle instead. Nice. Now right hand remains in the half bind if you're there. If not, you can lower the right hand back down to your right hip. Bend your left knee. Half moon. Walk your left hand forward. Again, if you need, you're going to grab your block. Okay, so left hand could be on a block. Walk the block about 1.5 or 2 feet forward. Feel free to short step in with the right foot first. Take your time, float your right leg up. Okay, so half moon. Nice. Okay, so you want to spread the toes of your standing leg, your left leg. Turning your hips and chest towards the right. So in a way, your right hip will be on top of your left hip, right shoulder on top of your left. Once you're stable, you can stretch your right hand up. Okay, so choose to stay here. Again, yogi's choice. Or 2, take Chapasana, bend your right knee. Catch off your right foot as you start to kick your right foot away from your bum. Okay, so kicking the right foot back into your right palm. Nice. Now those in Chapasana, re-straighten your right leg back to half moon. Slowly. Now start to bend your left knee. Bend your left knee. Step your right foot back. Come back up, warrior 2. Okay, so warrior 2 legs again. Ankles as wide as wrists. Pause here, take a breath, inhale. And on your exhale, cartwheel both your hands down to the floor. You're going to step your left leg back to plank, high push-up. Okay, from plank pose, knees on the mat, gently lower the body all the way down. Point your toes back, rolling up into a cobra. Inhale, slowly lift. Elbows micro bend them, shoulders away from ears, press down through your thighs. Nice. Now for this side, we're going to push back to child's pose. Sit back on your heels. Resting forehead on the floor. If for whatever reason the forehead is not touching the mat, you can use your block. You can support your forehead with a block. Now knees can be together or knees a little bit further apart with big toes touching. Nice. And just take this chance now to also bring the awareness back to your breath and just notice Your belly pressing against your thighs as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, belly deflates, belly softens. If you need more time in child's pose, you're welcome to stay. Otherwise, walk your hands back towards your knees slowly. Sit upright. Once you're upright, just shift the weight to any side as you take both legs forward. Okay, so you're going to start to slow it down now on the mat, so no more standing poses. With both your legs in front, start to just bend your right knee. Place your right foot against your left inner thigh. Okay, Savasana. Now, squaring your hip bones forward. Flex your front foot. Reach both your arms up on your inhale. Exhale, fold forwards. So as you fold, you could be holding onto your left foot. If you can't quite reach your foot, it's okay. Just hold on to wherever your hands can reach as you keep your spine nice and long, ribs and belly in. Or if you have a towel with you, you can also use that. Loop it around your left foot like that. Holding an appropriate length of the towel and think about reaching chest forward, chest forward. Nice, okay. So active front foot. You're going to also make a dent in the mat with your left heel. Nice, let's stay here for a couple more breaths. One more big breath here. Inhale slowly, come back up. Nice, okay, so if you have a towel around your foot, release it. Lift your right knee. Step your right foot outside of your left kneecap. Okay, so keeping your right foot flat on the floor, right hip down. Then you now stretch your left hand up on your inhale and exhale, twist towards your right side. Option 1, you could hug that right knee with your left elbow. Option 2, hook your left elbow outside of your right knee. Okay, so wherever you are, again, your spine is long, you're not collapsing. Try to keep your shoulders level. Right fingers on the floor, right hip down. Okay, so as you're twisting, just notice if your right hip is moving along with your twist. Can you instead think about moving the right hip forward? So hips are even. If it feels okay, you can look past your right shoulder. Release your twist, look forward slowly. Uncross your legs. Straighten your right leg. Bend your left knee. Savasana on the other leg now. Okay, so place the left foot against your right inner thigh. Square hips forward. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forwards. Again, so holding on to whatever you can hold. Nice, the shoulders level. Chest forward. Nice, and maybe belly to your thigh. Again, only maybe if that's accessible for you. If you have lower back issues, you might want to try to softly bend to your right knee. Breathe here. Okay, and spread all 5 right toes. One more breath. Inhale, slowly rise back up. Reach your arms overhead. And exhale, release. Lower your hands down. Can you now lift your left knee and step your left foot outside of your right knee? Okay, so keep your left hip down. Sit up taller. Stretch your right hand up on your inhale. And exhale, twisting towards your left. Option, hug the knee. Option 2, right elbow hooks outside of your left thigh. Okay, so bring your left fingers to the mat behind your back. Sit up taller with every inhale, and with every exhale, maybe twist just that little bit more, okay, without overdoing it. Keeping ribs and belly in. And rotating vertebrae by vertebrae from your navel upwards. Gently release your twist. Slowly look forward. Nice. Now uncross your left leg. Bend both your knees. Okay, just keep your feet about hip width distance and parallel to each other. Lie down onto your back. Okay, so as you lie down onto your back, we're going to set up our legs we're going to set up bridge pose shape. Okay, so feet on the floor, feet about hip width distance. Starting with hands on the mat beside your body. Okay, take your time. Start to push down through your feet as you lift hips, lift the lower back, lift your upper back, lifting your chest towards your chin. Okay, so push onto your feet, chest up. Now, option 1, you can keep your hands beside your body. Option 2, variation today, see if you're able to stretch your arms overhead as you keep that height of your chest. Nice, now don't let your knees flare out wide. Feel like you're squeezing that imaginary block between your thighs. Root down through your feet and energetically forward. Hold. Nice. Now, if you have your arms overhead like mine, start to just release the pose as you lower your body back down to the mat, vertebrae by vertebrae. At the same time, you're just going to lower your hands back down beside your body. Nice. Now, once you're here, can you cross your right thigh on top of your left? So we're forming eagle legs now. Extend your arms out sideways, so body forms a letter T shape. Move your hips slightly to your right and twist. Lower your knees down to your left as you look. Okay. All right. Hi, guys. Welcome back. Okay, so we were in a Garudasana spinal twist. Again, so right thigh on top of left. You should bring your knees down to your left. You're going to look past your right shoulder. Okay, so right shoulder doesn't lift. Okay, ground down to your right shoulder. And if possible, bring your knees closer to your chest or belly. Come back to center. Change the cross of your legs. Okay, so left thigh on top of right now. Move your hips a little bit to your left and twist, lower your knees down to your right. Okay, gently looking past your left shoulder. Okay, so left shoulder on the floor. And as you stay in your twist, still feel spacious on the left side of your body. Inhale back to center. Uncross your legs. Hug both your knees into your chest. Okay, wrapping your arms around your shins. Gently lifting your head as you bring forehead or nose to your knees. Okay, giving yourself a final squeeze as you hug tight like a ball. And let it go. Savasana. Okay, you've come to your final and most important pose for this afternoon. Separate your feet to the width of your mat. Hands away from your body. Okay, just let your toes turn out sideways. Let your fingers curl naturally. And with your eyes closed, begin to soften the space between your eyebrows. Unclench your jaw. Unshrug the shoulders. And just letting go of your practice. Let your body be still. Be present. And just let your body absorb all that you've done in the past 45 minutes. Nice. Now, if you have a little bit more time to spare, I would highly recommend you to stay longer in Savasana. Otherwise, just begin to move your fingers and move your toes. Bring your legs together to touch. Stretch your arms overhead. Interlace your fingers, flip your palms upwards, point your toes, and stretch like you just woke up. And on your exhale, release. Bend both your knees slowly. Okay, start to roll over to your side and just pause here for a short while. Okay, it could be resting on your upper arm in a fetal position. With eyes still closed, gently push yourself back up. Just sit comfortably facing the front. with eyes still closed. You can either keep your hands on your knees or palms together to touch at your heart center in Anjali Mudra. With a gentle bow of your head, bring the awareness back to this present moment on your mat by blinking your eyes open very, very slowly. Namaste. Thank you everyone for tuning in this afternoon. I hope you had a great class. In the meantime, please stay safe. And I hope to see you guys next Saturday, same time, same place at 3 p.m. Okay? Have a great weekend ahead. Bye-bye.